Gentlemen, make your question very not common, just please question and make it short, and then if it's possible. And then I will let Abdullah ask his question. Abdullah, sharp and short, please.
I'm Abdullah Baloch from an organization called Balochisan National Movement. Before we had the prefix Iran, but since we changed our policy for independence of Balochistan, so we dropped Iran. Now, I'm happy that Congressman Chairman said that you are working with that issue, that you are prepared to help Baloch in Iran. I think Baloch, we Baloch are desperate for help. We need your help. This is an opportunity that Baloch have a good feeling towards America. Baloch are not anti-American in that region, whether we are called Pakistani Baloch or Irani Baloch, whatever label we are faced with. Could you make sure that the United States does not lose this opportunity, that these friendly people become disillusioned with some American policies?
It's going to be a very tough fight. Just getting the word out. Most Americans are totally ignorant of what's going on, and even believe me, half of the members of Congress, I'm sure, would you agree with that, Your Honor, don't know that there is a such thing as Balochistan or the Baloch culture. I think it's, and the Kurds, where we got involved with Iraq, it was the same thing with the Kurds. And of course, what's happened is in Iraq, the Kurds have turned out to be our best friends in Iraq. And I am very pleased, I might add, that the judge and I were able to work out legislation that insisted that the United States have a separate consulate in Erbil for the Kurds, separate from the rest of Iraq. So anyway, it's going to be tough, but we're going to do our best. And you start you're starting everything by building, and you got to start from a lower level. But I'm optimistic that how are we going to solve the fact that you got a move a regime that hates the West, that's going to get a nuclear weapon? How you do that is you support the people who are in Iran, who are good people. Instead of just fighting the bad people, support the good people. And that's what we want to do. And
we only have 30 minutes and we would like to have a coffee also. We're going to leave the room for another 3 to 4 questions, but please, if you make it short, your question, because we haven't got enough time.
No, we go for question. Question.
We're just about done here.
I'm going, but I'm sorry, because in this row, 2 people have
I want to make sure we're going to be done here in a few minutes. You might want them to come up and we'll just and we'll introduce them, and then we'll be on to the exhibit.
First, I'll go, Rahim, you have question, but please make a short one.
Well, it is short one.
It's this one also.
We are honored to have you here, Congressman. Knowing Mujahideen Khalq, Mariam Rajawi, which we know that you met her, knowing them as a real pan-Farcist, and knowing you, someone who supports human rights and absolutely helps with the right of self-determination, did it happen at all that the issue of nationalities in Iran, when you were meeting, happened? What was their idea and what from your side?
I would like to interfere. This is a Balochisan issue. I don't want to bring Mujahideen Khalq.
No, this is a Balochistan issue as well. I'm asking. What is their instance on Balochistan and other nationalities?
Listen, everybody moves on in their life and changes.
Of course,
and
yeah.
evolves.
Yes.
The MEK, which is what we're talking about in Iran, I would not have touched them 50 years ago or 40 years ago when they were Marxists and they were committing terrorist acts against non-combatants. I wouldn't touch them then. The MEK now has evolved into something totally different. And they are committed to democracy now. And, you know, it is possible for people to change. And they are actively engaged in trying to overthrow the mullahs. I am not in any way supporting that the MEK become the government. I am supporting their efforts to overthrow the mullahs as well as anybody else, including the Baloch efforts to overthrow the mullahs for whatever their motive is. Getting rid of the bad guys is number one. I'm not saying, and Your Honor, do you have comments on that? We're both understanding of the MEK's background. But don't let something in someone's background say that you can never work with them if they change.
I believe
That's my thought.
Okay.
Thank you.
I would like not to suppress myself and ask Judge Ted one question myself, then I will end the question with the Mir Ghulam Hussain question. We will end this session because we haven't got much time left and we have tea to serve. So my question to Judge Ted, sir, is how we Baloch can do, and I mean, raise awareness in the United States. I mean, how should we, as a Baloch group, then how we can work better to raise awareness among the American people and people who concern about the world and human rights.
The question was, how can people in America know what's taking place with the Baloch people in several countries in the denial of human rights? The best way is the press. That is the absolute best way to get information out to the world as to what's taking place. Specific individual cases of denial of human rights, and to get publicity about them, whether it's the written word, whether it's through television or radio, or whether it's through the internet. Let people know what's taking place. That's the fundamental, fastest way to let the world know of the abuse that's occurring against real people. And that would be my recommendation.
Thank you, sir.